So we have another one. And this is one in the almost the end of the previous episode. I said this Army of the West that was kind of out here just east. Actually, at that time they might have been just west of Jefferson City. They look like they appeared to be pulling back, but they've thought better of it and they decided they want to come get some. So they got 23,000 men. So if we take 14, 17, so we got just under 18,000 ourselves against 23,000. That's okay. We have 70 guns. They have 55. What I found, I'm going to go ahead and press play, is that at least in most other battles, the reporting of our artillery numbers are really low. And I don't know why that is. It might be because when I recruited, I think, all the battalions, I did so with the smallest number I could fit in a horse artillery battalion, and they've gradually expanded beyond there as time has gone on and volunteers were available. Okay. Interesting. Interesting map. So this is not the one I think that has the giant hill on the right. Now, I don't know that I've ever been on this map. It's very friendly to Artie, right? Obviously. We have 11 engineering points, which isn't a ton. They are not coming from there. They are coming from here, though. Okay, so let's see, what roads they have. They have this road. Take them up here, and then they have this road, which they could either then cross to that field if they wanted to, or they'd have to come all the way up and around. So we'll let cavalry figure it out. I'll get some entrenchments going, and I'll bring you back in when there's something to show you. So before things rotate over for the evening, I figured I'd just give you the breakdown here of day one. So we've pretty much stayed exactly where we started. I figured this stream in this relatively open field would be a good position to defend, and it looked like one of the main roads led there anyways, and there were all these side roads. I didn't really think that they would go all the way around, and they didn't. So I sent the cav up here just to confirm that they didn't. They hooked around and into this field. When they got in this field, we saw that their forces were moving first through the field, which I thought, all right, well, if they're going to move through the center, that's great. And then at the same time, I had sent out unit of skirmishers. Here, we can play this. Unit of skirmishers down here because I thought, maybe, just maybe, they'll try something. So I also saw blue columns down here, and then all their forces kind of converged right around this part in the woods. And now at 6:30 in the evening, let's see if you guys can get anything done. They have started an attack. These guys are, I don't know what's up with them. We'll see if it works. It is, like I said, pretty late in the day for that. I was more concerned when I thought half of them were going to press me from this way and the other half was going to press me from this way. That was going to be a very bad situation. But it seems like now that they've more or less combined themselves on one front, and I think I just line of sight blocked these guys. Pretty sure that's what happened. That might explain why a lot of this artillery is not rocking and rolling, but this is horse-drawn artillery, so if we have to at the last second kind of turn around and get out of there, we can do that. And we have increasingly more and more brigades who are on the spot who can kick out some skirmishers. So to hold things up, even though on the campaign map my reinforcements were very close, and let's see, what are you doing here? They're very close, and they had very high readiness. They were delayed for 16 or 18 hours, which means, here, keep playing this, that they should show up somewhat early tomorrow, but they're not going to be here for this evening, and if the fighting resumes here tomorrow, they may not be here at the kind of first thing. So I'll wait and see what the case is. There's really not too much I can do. I've kind of chosen to make my stand here. What I'm going to do with these units is unlimber them and bring them back. As nice as Canister is, it's really not the game we want to play. And I think they're moving up for kind of freebie shot at them. These guys really don't want that fight either. But this is kind of what I think the AI should generally do more of, is to push up over here. Yeah, I'm not surprised that I lost that. I mean, that unit is just sprinting forward. That... okay, I mean, it's an idea. But we're going to get low. Well, eventually we're going to get low. Come on. Unless they're going to fight me on whether they should be prone or not. That they may. Alright, good. Don't fight me on that. It doesn't really make sense to take that fight. Again, we're just trying to conserve numbers. I'm not going to have them kneel because I don't think they're getting shot at. So it doesn't really seem to make too much sense to me to have them go prone and lose their rate of fire. I think they... I don't know. I guess they've somehow divided up their forces and now they're able to fire in kind of multiple directions. Alright, we're going to have this unit move up, and I'm just going to have them unlimber right where they are. And you can see that now that unit has gotten itself surrounded. It's got reinforcements inbound, but they are a ways off. And they're very tired. I mean, they're not that far off, I should say, but they are very tired. Okay, they're up, so we'll get them firing. This cab unit up here is pretty much combat useless from the beginning. Again, it hasn't taken any casualties, but its incoming morale was 31, so I don't think there was ever going to be too much. So that is a huge help. We'll turn our skirmishers around. And let's see, McCullough's brigade was doing that. You know what? I'm going to have them get back to work on that. But I actually want them to charge and try to knock those guys out. Alright. No sense in standing up to that. Get prone. Firing, firing, firing. Don't think I ever set this unit back. So I'm limber, and it looks like it's just out of range if it could, but alright, they can hit a little bit there. Let's actually move them up. Come on, guys. I wasn't joking. Charge them. This might be like the only use that this cab unit might have. I'm still going to go for it because it's free casualties, but man, those guys are just sprinting out of here, so you know what? We'll go back, and I don't think we're going to catch them. Alright. Shift your focus over there. You guys might want to actually aim at the enemy. That's that I've neglected. Why can't we zoom out here? Like I'm zooming out in quicksand. So they have not resumed any attack against... I don't know. I consider this part my center and this part my right, but... Alright, working on our breastworks. And... yeah, as long as our artillery has line of sight to stuff, I'm okay with that. And that unit might just get away, but that's probably just going to have to be something we live with. Alright, these guys have nothing here, so we're going to move them where they can potentially do something. Why you've decided to stand up and are fighting me on this, just... Alright, you're going to break. Probably going to break as soon as I turn you around, but... are constructing. I think I can get another unit of skirmishers from someone. I think it's these guys. I haven't seen any red skirmishers hanging about. And we'll move them up, put them on. Yep, you broke. I really did know what I was talking about when I was like, no. Should probably go prone there. But they're not making the most of their numbers. Again, if all three of these brigades had pressed up simultaneously, that would have been very interesting, because my other infantry was over here. I was keeping my arty from being effective. Would have been interesting. Can these guys get into them? I think they're gonna rout, but that's just got to be the way it is. Their morale looks like it's as high as it'll ever go in this battle. And I don't know. I mean, my cav may break. Low cohesion. Might just be wishing for stuff I'm never gonna get there. So their cohesion is broke. That's not great, but at least it's not due to other things. I may just move them over there where they can be of some use. Let's see if these guys can finally hit anything. Facing the wrong direction. It's not a good sign. Firing, firing, firing. I have no idea how they broke. They took no casualties. Also, that is not at all where you were ordered. Or you. For that matter. No, no, no. You're not going there. You're supposed to be working on that. I guess they actually are working on that. Okay. Bring our... Those guys might panic those other guys. I don't know. Alright, I think if this is all there is to it, I think I'm just gonna pause it. I mean, it's not... Well... I see other HQ around. There we go, we got those guys. Push them over on their flank. Yeah, you should be there. You should be over there. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you'll go over there. They're probably not going to be hitting as much as they could if they were further up. So we'll move them up. Get our harass on. I think giving those guys some cover would help. Alright. They're doing something. Okay, we'll plant these down. End of day. Okay. Price arrives. Good, good. Alright, we gotta do some moving around and bring you back for that. Alright, beginning of day 2 here. I gave initial orders for Price's Cav and Horse Artillery to move out. Looks like they're doing that, so now we can also give the orders. Where you going, Price? Just get out of the way, man. So they're going to show up there. The AI is more or less where they've been. Can we still hit them if we do that? Maybe. And yeah, we'll fill them in where they need to be. Of course, the infantry is probably what matters, but since they're the slowest moving on average, I'll move them last so they don't get the horse artillery clogged. And again, that in the short term at least, that horse artillery can be a big help. I can't tell if these guys are laying down. They are. All right. So maximum cover there. And the hope was always that we would get these guns out of there. Should be in pretty good cover. You know, that is dangerous to have a unit with that low of morale that close, but they are in cover. Guess I'm gonna just keep your fingers crossed. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, but we got their artillery moving rather than shooting. Well, that is what you prefer in your enemy's artillery, is for it to be spending its time limbering, unlimbering, and moving to new places rather than shooting at you. That's fine. Alright, you guys don't want any. Whatever. But yeah, we'll happily chase them around. You're firing, that's fine. I don't know. I count 3 skirmisher units and 4 infantry brigades. And I swear it's these red guys that owe me. Reynolds. Where are... Heck is Reynolds? You're not Reynolds, you're not Reynolds. I don't think they actually have skirmishers out. If they are too well hidden for me to find, and I guess I'll find out. Alright, very shortly. Oops, I forgot about them. But hey, if they wanna tie up an entire brigade chasing them, that's gotta be fine with us. Alright, that just must be a bad angle. Move around over there like that. Looks like they're about to get bum rushed back. I just left those skirmishers scattered around the map somewhere. I have no idea where they'd be. But yeah, we're holding. Why are you idle? That's odd. Still nervous after all this time. I want to know where their skirmishers are. Firing, firing, firing. Good, good. And they've got to have more forces. I don't know what they're doing, like, with this. I mean, I get notified when they get reinforcements. Presumably the AI would know that the odds are only going to get longer the longer this goes on. We're all moving. And if they really wanted to press and they just used that nighttime, I am absolutely certain if they just bum rush these works, yeah, they would have lost some brigades, but they would have routed all my units. And they would have won it back on the back end of things. What does this do? Okay, where's my cab here? I know I sent cab in first. Yeah, and it was Ransom's cab. I guess the commander's just stuck way back there. Alright. Creeping back with the batteries, trying to walk up that artillery. It's probably not going to work. Now we're going to get any skirmishers. And it's not a numbers thing. It's not as if it's one of those units that's so beat up it just can't kick out any skirmishers. It's just not. Johnston needs to get up there. Alright. I bet they somehow I screwed up their deployment. And they're just really, really far away. Alright, they believe they're outflanked. Really not, but it's alright. Alright, that's like that. Alright, I'm back in here. see how that goes. Doesn't look like they've all pathed optimally, but whatever. Switch them to counterbat. And them. Yeah, we'll take engineering. It's probably useful as a kind of one of. Wow. I guess they were on the verge anyways. Rather than trying to follow that up. We'll recall those skirmishers and then give them new ones. I am kind of just running in because my goal is to get there and then... Oh, they're pulling back. Then we will stay on top of them. I was going to say to run in there and then just dive down. But... Alright, they're getting a bit far back. Be useful... Whoa! Miss micro. Them up there. Alright. Just gonna do this later anyways. Start moving them around. Guess they don't have any good targets. Although they might not have good targets, I guess, because I gave them counter battery orders, but whatever. Move them down here. New fresher skirmishers, and we'll send these old ones in there for some harassment. Cab down here for what it's worth. I think I'm gonna pull Culla back. Why do you do this? You get to a spot and you're like, oh, I've been outflanked. It's like, have you though? Alright, I don't see any follow-up attack over here. They appear to be laying down, so they're okay. One of the guns there. One of the batteries there. The other one there. Slide our REHQ like so. How are you still not up here? Come on. Have the cab go there. And we'll move up like that. Batteries online. I don't know what they're doing over there. I mean, they're not. I don't see a path to victory for them that looks like this. I might just hold them there. Alright, they're kicking out skirmishers. That might mean something. Maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. I don't know. Could not say. And they're down, and now the enemy is retreating. So, probably don't want to watch this. I don't think there's much to show you. Okay, and these are our final results. Not quite a 10-1. That would have still been impressive, but yeah, definitely another good win nonetheless. I want to see real quick what we actually got in terms of guns. Looks like they lost the one battery. I did, kind of the one thing that happened off screen, I did try to detach skirmishers from every infantry unit I could get near it to go and take those guns so that they would transfer over in this battle. Colonel Pike. Well, Colonel Pike didn't really do anything wrong. He just came into battle with terrible morale and wasn't able to do much about it. Now see, this is what gets me, is that it looked like we had all those guns captured, and yet we only got 6 of them, but I mean, for our casualties, I guess it's fine. Why is this jumping all over the place? I don't know. I don't know why Price was so late in getting in. But anyways, that'll do it for this video. There hasn't been really much change at all from the last one in terms of the overall campaign map. There's still this kind of standoff. I haven't launched the invasion of Kentucky or anything like that. The forces here that are supposed to besiege this kind of last federal outpost here for Washington is still doing that. Johnson has taken his sweet time constructing this fort. It seems way slower than normal. Those are all little things. The balance of power has me at Confederate major advantage. Okay. I mean, that's what it says. So we'll see how things go. And yeah, I look forward to bringing you more in the future.